All right, guys, it was a nice little day today. Gold and silver were up nicely. The miners were up nicely. By the way, the dollar was up also. I mean, it's a long time now that we don't really care about the dollar going up. You know, that correlation where the DXY goes up and we expect gold and silver to go down, that's long been out the window. So again, DXY up pretty strong today. I mean, open at low day, close at high of day. That's after curling at 105, right? We popped our head above, retested. Looks like it wants to go to 106.5, to be honest. And US dollar versus Japanese yen, that in particular is looking really exciting. Last time I covered this, I said system breaking stuff, dollar going up against Japanese yen up here. And we did get that little report of what is it, the fifth biggest bank in Japan, basically having a fire sale of US and European bonds. So that's system breaking activity. So keep an eye on this, and this will help DXY go up to 106.5. But again, we don't really care because gold and silver went up regardless. By the way, yields, they also went up a little bit to match sort of the DXY, although that's not guaranteed. But look at this, hit a bit of a resistance, right? The prior support, the 30 and the 10-year at least. Maybe not, yeah, the 5-year also. 2 years doing its own thing. It's sort of holding this line. So yields are just sideways, not strong, because they just flushed a bit of support. Just retesting. We'll see. They can just drift sideways. They can go up a little bit. They come down a little bit. Doesn't really matter. I still think DXY wants to go up. And I still don't think it really matters when it comes to gold and silver. Before I go to gold and silver, I haven't really covered copper. And a lot of the miners that we own mine copper. And that's actually had a bit of a, well, quite, I didn't really look at it for a while. I just looked at it the other day. Massive move up. I mean, I covered the fact that it went up a lot because everything went up a lot. But look at this, came all the way back down and retest pretty much perfectly this 4 point, whatever it is, 3.6. And we've kissed that and that's support. And now that's starting to creep back up. So really what should happen? It should go back up. I don't know if it's going to hit 5, but it'll go back up much higher than where it is now. Gold and silver, very nice, right? My descending breakout, absolutely love it. Already we were doing quite well here. I mean, for me, this is okay, it's higher highs, higher lows, but it's like a wall of worry. Ascending is quite weak. But how do you get a weak ascending chart pattern to look strong? Well, you break out and close beyond the descending, and that's what we've got here. So this is great. I mean, another way to do it is to have like a hammer form, like a fake flush hammer form, but this is probably the best thing because you don't need to go down to create a reversal, a bullish pattern. Here we did a bullish pattern on the way up, which is nice. So what happens now? Well, next test should be resistance around 2387, right? Give or take $1 or $2. So just below 2400. I'd say it's about hey resistance. And after that, all-time high. Keep it simple, 2450. How much of a move is that in gold? From where we are, from where we close, 1%. We do that almost every day. So that's easy. And then once we close there, because we're not going to do the whole move, then it's 2.5%, another big day, or maybe just several decent days. So gold, those are your two levels. Looks good, looks strong, looks bullish. Again, more bullish today than any other day in the last 2 weeks, I would say. Silver, well, it outperformed gold. That's nice. That looked stronger already because although gold had come down less, the pattern wasn't as bullish, ascending. This one was holding what was key ascending support plus horizontal, right? I mean, I knew it was supposed to be strong support, but let's be honest, when it's coming down here and the candle at the time, at the worst time in the day, is just red, it looks like it's going to flush, but it's all about the close. And what did we get? We got really good confirming candles here. And now, bam, that's what happens. Next move is this 2.5% to test this little 3150. 3150 is next resistance. In fact, it's the only resistance. And after that, you got the old high, 3250. That's it. Gold and silver both have two resistance points. Let's look at the miners. What do? They hit resistance perfectly, at least GDXJ. That's 43.50. Kissed it, closed below. Looks very strong. If gold and silver continue tomorrow, up we go. I don't think we can get to 46. That's quite a big move. It's quite a big move. Maybe 45, right? Something like 45 might do it. Let's throw in a little extra line, something like that. 45. Just something realistic to aim for. I don't need to do it. SILJ, there we are. I mean, it almost hit its little resistance of 12 bucks, just below close near high of day. Looks good. Next stop, maybe 12.50, maybe whatever, basically 13. We may stop off at 12.50. I'm not going to bother with the trend line. It's just up. And finally, GDX, same thing. Plus, we got a descending. So we got this here, 35 bucks. Yeah, let's close above 35 bucks on a Friday would be beautiful, right? Tomorrow. Then you're breaking out this descending. This is now relevant. And the horizontal. I mean, that would make a really nice weekly. Let's just imagine what it looks like tomorrow. It'll just be bigger and, engulf its way out this descending. So it's gone from looking not great and everyone making podcasts about how far, actually, not everyone made podcasts about how much lower we go, but let's just say by Friday, if we have another green day tomorrow, they're going to look really bullish. And you have a lot of podcasts over the weekend about what the new all-time high will be. Let's check out some of the miners real quick. Newmont, beautiful. This is what I thought would happen. I thought that the close here was very strong. And if we had a move up, like the move today, that's kind of what I was hoping for. That kind of a decent, strong push out of the area where we were bottoming from. I thought Newmont would take out this level, and that's what we've done. And we've closed above it. Actually, we closed in line with this. Whatever. A nice move tomorrow, we're right up there. I'm not even going to do the percentage. And Newmont is destined to probably lead the pack. And there might be one or two seniors that are looking as strong, but Newmont just is outperforming. You can tell, in one day it could touching its old high up here. So then I'd look outside and say, right, it's 46, and we're going to get to the 50s pretty quickly, I think, in Newmont. Barrick Gold, yes, it's nowhere near as strong as the others, given what it's done. But the last 2 days, last two trading days, very nice. I was thinking this descending would be resistance. I think it kind of was a little bit today. If we have a nice move tomorrow, I just want to close beyond the descending. Maybe something like, I gotta be realistic, like something above here, Like clear all these candles, boom, close above 1750. And then we can start hitting 18, 19, 20, etc. Barrick Gold, very nice move today, 3.5%. It even outperformed Newmont. Agnico Eagle, nice technicals, hitting resistance, hitting double resistance. You could say that descending, it didn't touch it, but it works. So we just need that next day. It's going to be perfect. Next day, if we have a nice big day, can I do it? That'll be your next area of resistance. Pretty obvious to me. Pan American Silver, very nice. Copies the silver chart quite well. Perfect. We can get rid of this. It did its job. Whoops. Just like silver, right? On the ascending and it's horizontal, just like silver. And had a nice day and it outperformed silver, which it's supposed to do, but good. Next stop will be 2150, maybe 2160, and then the all-time high. You know what I mean by all-time high of the last sort of period, 2250. Boom, up we go. If silver makes new highs, forget it. Pan America is just gonna start running again like this. Pan America has done great. SSRM, again, the bit of a freak show because it's doing its own thing, but at least I'm proud of this because I really couldn't figure out where support would be. This is a weird one. And I did say 450, and it is. However, that is such a weak bounce, today included. So I did not add to this. I'm happy, even though I called the bottom, whatever. Why would I be proud of adding to this? You're up like 1%, buy anything else, you would have done better. For me, I've got what I have. I think this is weak. I think it'll go up with the rest, but I don't think it really picks up momentum until it takes out its own descending like this. It's basically working on its own dynamics. So whether that's chart patterns or it's waiting for news, SSRM is kind of I don't know, an anomaly, its own independent stuff. But yes, so far 450 is support. I'm not adding, I'm holding. Certainly not going to sell. Wheaton, beautiful, hit resistance. By the way, when I look at these, I look at them for the first time sometimes. At least some of the charts. Wheaton is one of them. Beautiful technicals there. Hit resistance pretty perfectly. You can see why I've got that line there. 54.50. Next stop. Yeah, probably here. How much percentage move? Did close quite far from its high of day. Yeah, 330. Could probably do that tomorrow if we have continuation. So I agree with the chart. Franco Nevada. Haven't seen that one today. Uh-huh. Maybe the descending comes in play. I'll leave it in anyway. It's a bit weak. Anyway, it's okay day. And it bounced off here. I didn't buy more of that, did I? I wanted to at 114, never did it. Whatever, I've got so much in the rest. I mean, it's not like I really need to add anywhere. But this is a good one. Yeah, so let's see. Maybe I expect a bit of weakness on the way up. It's got quite a few little, resistance points on the way. It's not really outperforming, is it? You can't say that. Metalla, it's okay day. It's come down quite a bit. It was looking really strong here. It's sort of lost that momentum. Let's see if we can pick it back up. I'll tell you what though, if we go back up at this rate, take the time element into it, it's not going to be 350, it's going to be more like 340. Massive breakout. It should be. So my eyes are on that. The silver stock obviously still had a decent day. So I think First Majestic was up a lot pre-market. Don't know if it's news. I don't even care if it's news. News don't really matter. It's represented in this chart. Picture paints 1,000 words. But a high of day close, 4%. It's nice. I do expect a bit of resistance on the way up because it's a weak chart. I mean, it's gone lower than here and it made a lower high. That's lower lows, lower highs technically. But if silver starts to storm up, this won't matter. It will just make its move. Maybe here tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow if we have a nice day up, and then $7. I really agree with these charts. It's good. Like I redo my chart, and then I agree with everything. It saves me time, but it's also good sort of validation. Let's say First Majestic. I agree with that. Next one is Fortuna. How did that do? Not great, 2%. Well, it's taken out its mini descending. Next stop here. How much of a move is that? 5%. And then you have to start gap filling what was bad news. I do expect resistance here. I might even trim, even though I think silver will make new highs. Oh, that's a tough one. I think that's something that I need to ponder over some coffee on the weekend. Yeah. Do I trim Fortuna thinking it's going to get a lot of resistance? Or do I just hold and think that the silver craze just forces it up? Maybe I'll do mini trims just to be sure. Either way, if it goes up or down, I'm happy. But, at least it was up and we're beyond the descending. Didn't exactly close out high of day though. Cœur d'Arlène, delicious, ascending, held. It was really not obvious there. It's been strong. It needs to be rewarded. And tomorrow it will be by closing above 6, I reckon. I mean, if you have a green day in silver tomorrow, this is closing above 6. And next week, if we have any continuation, this thing is going to just perform monstrosity moves. 750, I reckon, is not unrealistic. 25%, maybe not in 1 week, but the march begins there. Heckler, which I now own, proud owner of Heckler, did well, bought it at the 508 or something, 507, 508, whatever. Nice move, nice bounce. It's what you expect. That's why you buy Heckler. That's why you buy Heckler, EXK, CDE, AG. It's sort of, they all do the same, here up 2 to 3 to 4% on an average good day. Next up, well, probably this area here, because you've got double, you've got the horizontal and the descending. So something like that. And how much of a move is that from the close? 4%. That's totally reasonable. After that, it's going to be 1, 2. That will, yeah, if silver starts to go crazy, then that should work. Very clear levels for me. I hope you agree. EXK. It's funny how I'm only covering the way up. I'm not covering the possibility of a drop, but you can see the lines just in case. EXK, bit like Heckler, okay. Sorry, a bit like Fortuna. I think I did a bit better than Fortuna. Up 2+%, already took out its descending, already tested a little bit this level, not exactly, about $4. It's $4. 394 is the same as 4. Yeah, honestly, if it closes above 4, bam, next up 420. Totally. It's always like that. You hit a big unit, a big round number, 3, 4, 5. The first real resistance is the 20-cent range. It's just some ladder theory that I believe in generally, of course. So that's trend intact for a continuation. Mag Silver, nice. It just held this level. You see that bad red day closed just around it. Actually, wait a minute. This level was plucked out of thin air. I just put it there because of where it was. I just put it there. Maybe it's this, whatever. It's the past now. Closing the high of day. Next stop here. Yeah, maybe. This is more obvious. You can see why. 1, 2 over here, 3, 4. A little bit of basing. I'm going to hold this one anyway. Looks okay, right? At least it's reacting on the upwards to a generally update. Next one, Aris Mining. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, so that's resistance 420 again, 420. Next stop, yeah, 450. Why overcomplicate things? Very good though. This one, it looks weak and then bam, makes new highs, makes a new low, and bam, strong day. It's that illiquidity that sort of throws the technicals off a little bit. Now, I am gold. Very nice. Hit resistance. This horizontal resistance was really nailed actually on quite a few charts. Next one should be here. I agree, closing it near high of day. Also really nice basing here at this level. So that's pretty confirmed. 4%, $4. That's definitely your next resistance point. Iron gold, a bit like Fortuna, right? It's soon going to get to a gap zone, which should be resistance because it was bad news. So I would probably trim a tiny bit just before. And as it starts to enter the gap, sell again. Don't always fill the gap, huh? So that's coffee and biscuits on Saturday for that one. B2 gold, very nice. I thought ascending would be strong. I also thought in case we flush ascending, this 250 should be support. And what's the difference between 255 or 256 and 250? Nothing. So this whole area for me was one massive same zone support, like fake flush. And that was bought, although I bought a small amount because I bought most of it, I think around here. Whatever, this whole area is one. Zoom out, I bought there. And where does it end up in in 2 years? Probably 2 years. I don't know. But if you read the story about it, this is not impossible. So very happy. Now we need to get rid of this. We need to go up to this area. It's all about taking out this descending. This descending here, you take that out, and there should be a big move. But we still got to get to around maybe here next, and then finally take it. So 1, 2, Equinox, beautiful Equinox. Yes, this was low between 520 and 5. Bought that. I think I bought also a bit higher. My average is probably here. Don't know. I need to see that. But look at this. Opened at the descending breakout, closed clearly above it. Next stop, honestly, yeah, probably doesn't make it here in one go, but that's the only level you really need to look at. How much of a move is that from the close? 6%. You can do that on one very good day or 2 decent days. Final stock, SBSW. Yes, it seems like it's based here. It's just got to make its long march up here, which will be interrupted, no doubt, by a few sideways or maybe even down days. This is a dodgy one though. Got very small amount in this. Maybe it's the smallest holding, but it's worth a little bit of a lottery ticket. All right, that'll do. I was trying to be fast. I hope that was nice and thorough nonetheless. And good luck tomorrow. Let's have a nice weekly candle for basically next week. It's all about next week, but we look good for new all-time highs, right?